of the Redefine You 5-part coaching program to kickstart a shift in your life that has the potential to take your life from average to epic. Today we're going to talk about working on your inner stuff. We're going to start to shift your self-image and help you start to live as if. I love this day. I know the first 2 or 3 days can be really heavy, really hard, really difficult to look at sort of the tough things in your life, the things that are fine, the things that are holding you back, the things that you're not happy with. And really digging deep into that. But you need to do that because that's going to now fuel you to shift, make the shifts inside of you that you need to shift that life, to live epic, to start taking action, start living as if. So that's what we're going to talk about today, because if you don't believe you can achieve the life that you want, you won't. So we need to start to shift what's going on in here. And you all know exactly, often we know what we have to do, how to get fit. We need to eat good. We need to exercise. We need to have time for self-care and personal development and solo time to re-energize. Like, we know what we need to do to bring out our best. You know what fuels you up. We just don't do it, right? We know what to do. We're not doing it. So today's video is on self-image, and it is so good. Please take the time to watch it and take it in. It's a really, really great video. And your comfort zone is your self-image, right? Like, this is where I live, this is who I am, this is how I be. And if you're finding that you're hitting a wall, because you're living within that comfort zone, that's where your self-image is. And to get to your goal, to live the life you want, to build an epic life, you need to push that comfort zone, which means you have to alter your self-image, because the image we hold of ourselves controls our success and our failure, and it impacts every area of our life. Please, if you haven't, take the time to watch the video now so you get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. We become prisoners of our own self-image because we all act consistently. Our actions, we act consistently with who we believe we are. You hear those voices in your head, I can't have that, I can't do that, I'm not fit, I'm not pretty, I'm not successful, I can't sell, I can't start a business, I can't shift my job, I could never do that job. Like, we tell ourselves these things and it holds us back. Like in the first video, right? Like, we think that we want to do something and then we hit pause, we hit stop, and we stop ourselves before we push that comfort zone, because our self-image is keeping us in that comfort zone. And I love the quote, and it's always stuck with me: hell on earth is meeting the man or woman I could have been. Right? We know what we want, but we're not going out to get it. Why not? Because our self-image and our fear is holding us back. So who do you have to become to produce the results that you want? I love that. Who do you have to become? Who do you have to believe you are to get the results that you want? You've got to start to believe it and live it. So that's where this live as if concept comes from. And I do this all the time. I always, I live as if. I live as if my life is badass, even if I'm badass for 30 seconds of my day, which is why I love running strong and crushing hills, because when I crush that hill, I feel badass. I wake up in the morning and tell myself, I am badass. I'm going to run. And I know what I need to do to feel that way. And that brings the energy into me I need to become the person, to put the action in, to become that person I want to be. I alter my self-image and I work on that. And it's more than just telling yourself you're awesome and telling yourself you're badass. It's going to then inspire you to go and do the workouts and take the course that you've always wanted to take, but you've been too scared to take, to apply for that job that you didn't think you could get, because you're living as if you are in your most amazing life, right? I had a friend she's always great, crushing everything. And what I only realized recently is that she's been living as if for years. She's a really successful entrepreneur back in my town of Victoria, BC, and she started this Ayurvedic spa downtown. And as soon as, from the day she opened it, it's been amazing. Everything's great. Every time I see her, yes, the spa is amazing. Everything is amazing. It's because she's always, and I look back now, like, of course it wasn't. Things were hard. Things were expensive. Things were scary. Things were out of her control. She was doing something she'd never done before. She bought a spa and had all these staff and all this stuff. But she lived as if she was amazing. She was successful. She had the most organized, beautiful, successful spa in all of Victoria. And now she does. She lived as if through the fear so she could push it. I hope that makes sense, right? And she took the action that she needed to manifest and do the hard stuff she needed to become the best spa in Victoria, right? She's awesome, and now she's crushing it, right? So that's what I mean by living as if. I mean, my life isn't always badass and fun, and I do laundry all day long. My house is always a mess. My business isn't where I want it to be. You know, everything. I clean bathrooms. I'm the one who does all the cooking and the grocery shopping and the prepping, but I live as if all the time. I keep my mindset and my self-image there. So when I can, I push into my fears all the time, because the only way you can achieve your goals and get what you want is to believe that you can, and then act consistently with that belief. That belief is going to allow you to put the work in, to act consistently. And like we talked about back on day 2, I believe, like, what are the habits that you need to ritualize, to put in the work to become the person you need to be, to bring out your best, right? Like, you know what the habits are. You know what behaviors you need to do to bring out your best. We need to ritualize them, and we need to live as if we are living our dream life so that we're able to put the action in, okay? Really, really important. You know, you may be thinking about all the reasons why you can't do something, why you shouldn't, and how often your thoughts, your words, your beliefs are self-sabotaging the efforts that you're making. And that happens, right? Those negative thoughts come in and they hold you back because you're not living as if. You're living as if you're living in your comfort zone, in your self-image of what you are right now, instead of, you know, living as if you're already in the amazing life that you want, which we worked on yesterday. What do you actually want, okay? So your homework today is to start to live as if. To get the results you want, you need to believe in yourself, and you need to act as if you have already achieved all your goals. You need to start living as if. You wake up, I am badass. What do I need to do to be badassing? To get myself out of bed, I need to go for my run. I need to eat breakfast. I need to have a green smoothie. I need to put the work into my business. I need to reach out to my friends. I need to apply to that job I've wanted to. I need to quit my job. I need to, like, whatever it is that is your life, you need to live as if, okay? Today and going forward from this point, tell yourself you are, like, whatever it is you want. I'm a fit, lean, and badass runner, and start to believe it, right? Watch as you start to take strategic action, because what happens when you start to believe it and you start to tell yourself it is you start to take action. You start to do the things that help you live as if, right? Because I am badass. So if I am badass, I need to put my run in, right? If I am a lady, like a boss babe, and I'm a lady boss and I'm killing my business, I need to go work my business, right? Like, you got to live it, and then it's gonna, that energy, that mindset, that work that you're putting in on the inside is going to help you take the action you need to bring out the best version of you, and it's going to be a positive cycle. When we choose to live as if, with a strong faith in things not seen, not proven, not guaranteed, we tap into the power of the possible. I can't even say how much this has happened in my life. It's why I share it with you. When you put the thoughts in, the universe opens up. You start to see opportunities. They start to come to you. You start to say yes to things maybe before you would have said no to, because you're living as if, and you start to take these small action steps that are going to start to get you out of your rut. Start to take your life from average to epic. And if we live as if we already have something that we want, then we're going to act, if we act as if something is already occurring in our lives, even if it's not, or we act as if we know how to do something, even if we don't know how to do it, we create the conditions for it. Like I said, you open the universe up and you manifest it into your life with greater ease and probability. And that, you know, just start living as if, start changing that negative dialogue to positive and believing in yourself. It's so, as women, it's so hard to, this is something we really, really struggle with. So I want you guys to answer these questions, make a list and look at it often. Serious questions, uplifting questions, okay? What do you need to tell yourself to get the results that you desire? What do you need to believe about yourself, about life, about everything to get the results that you desire? Who do you need to become to get the results that you desire? Answer those 3 questions, thinking about, you know, only 1 or 2 areas from yesterday that we worked on from the last video. A couple of those areas. You can't change everything all at once. Pick 1 or 2 areas of your life that you really want to work on. Create what you want so that you know exactly what it looks like start to think about living as if, and what do you need to tell yourself to get the results that you desire? What do you need to believe about yourself, about your life, to get the results you desire? And what do you need to become? What do you need to do to get the results that you desire? Really, really important to write it down again, share it with the group, start those thoughts coming in, change your energy, and then tomorrow in the last video part of this series, we're going to focus on taking some action so that you're doing more than you're really living as if, right? You're taking the action, and that's the last step of this, right? You got to know what you want, you got to believe in yourself, and you got to take action, you guys. This is massive stuff for you. I love teaching this. Please share, please get in touch, please write the answers down, talk about it with someone, because when you take it out of your head and you put it down, it becomes real, and you're going to see change, massive positive change start to happen in your life. Have an awesome day.